and then we'll eat you, and we'll have a good meal tonight.
Oh, Zenithar it is, huh?
Yeah.
So you think that you're going to kill one of Zenithar's messengers?
And then another goblin says, "We've never seen you here before, so why don't you do a deception check?"
All right.
As we...
Oh, wow.
That's not looking good for you, Vayaz.
I want to use an inspiration.
Okay, go ahead and use your inspiration. And then I will go ahead and use my skill to see if, in fact, I will go ahead and throw that into the dice tower now. Oh.
How long does that thing last on me?
For an hour.
Yeah, you got plenty of time remaining on that. So you're going to use your bardic inspiration, right?
Yeah, I think that's automatic. Yeah, that's better. How about that crit?
Okay, so you're gonna... Okay, so you basically used one of your inspiration to re-roll then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'll take it off.
Yeah, so that was actually the goblin had a pretty good roll as well, and the goblin kind of scratches his head, and as he's scratching his head, a big clump of hair just kind of falls to the ground.
Oh,
yeah.
Almost so sorry for them.
Yeah, and a couple other goblins kind of come out into the hallways, and they're all kind of looking at you. And one of the, and then the one goblin, he's scratching his head, his hair falls out, and then he says, "Oh yeah, I think I've seen you before now," because you've deceived him with your great roll. Yeah. And he says, "Well, I don't think we'll kill each. I don't think Xanathar would like that."
Oh, of course you've seen me before. I'm the one who delivers the provisionings for the guild.
Oh!
That's right. I take the orders from the guild and go topside and place an order for those provisions.
Oh, so you're here to get the order for us right now, Xanathar. He's the supreme ruler of Undermountain. Okay, so everybody, let's get our orders to the fine young lady here. And all this is going on in Goblin. So they start rattling off all the stuff like, ham haunches, lamb haunches, loaves of stale and moldy bread, some orc grog. They'll take rotten vegetables, all kinds of matted down rotten spices, and they're just rattling off all of this. And the goblin says, "Are you getting all this? I don't see you writing it down."
Well, I was about to tell you, I'm writing it down.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm not even pretending. I'm actually writing it down.
All right. Sounds good.
And I even label it provisions request by Goblin.
Ooh, nice.
Also,
and then you hear one of them yell out, "Can you get a pizza while you're up there for me?"
Pizza what?
Extra sausage.
You get my pun.
Yeah. Womp.
Anyway, ask for his name.
My name is Slug.
What is that, Slug? I know a Slug. Are you the same Slug?
I'm Slug.
Not Splug. Not like your cousin Splug.
I've never heard of Splug. But I'm sure there's probably a Splug running. We all kind of have the ugh sound to it. There's glug, there's blug, there's slug, there's slug. Oh, there's all kind. It's we're from the clan of the Uggs, and everybody's here telling you that their name is Plug, and all kinds of everything's got UG on the end of it.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll put you down as Slug the Hungry.
Oh, that sounds good. How long is this going to take? Couple of hours?
Probably about today.
Ugh. He didn't seem too happy about that.
Well, this is quite the labyrinth, you know. And we still need to go a little deeper and get some more orders from the other faction.
Oh, so you need to get the orders from the bugbears too. Here, I'll give them a shout really quick, and then he takes this whistle from around his neck, and he blows the whistle 3 times. I suck at whistling, so all of a sudden you hear to the south. You hear, "What's going on up there?" And it's in a goblinoid voice, and it's really, really gruffy. And 3 bugbears come from around the corner, and they're saying, "What is the meaning of this? Who are you?" And one of the goblin comes over and says, "Oh, this is the servant of Xanathar, one of Xanathar's servants, to get our food order for us." And the bugbear says, "Well, I've never seen all of these individuals, and this is trespassing."
Trespassing? Do you not want your orders?
Yeah, you need to do another deception check for the bugbears.
Okay.
See, my friend and I are down here. We're taking orders. See, I'm a traveling salesman for Bugbear Monthly, and right now we have a special 50% off on all annual prescriptions.
Are you speaking Goblin?
Yeah, I'm speaking Goblin.
Oh, okay.
Bugbear Monthly? I've still got my double centerfold #1 hanging up on the wall. And by the way, one of the bugbears says, "Yeah, I've seen her before. She's gotten our orders before." You're totally deceiving the whole place. "Bugbear Monthly, you need to take me down for a subscription." And then the other bugbear says, "Yeah, me too. Got to get my monthly fill of Bugbear Monthly."
Well, we have to travel armed. The bandits in the northern part of the area are not quite as.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those scumbags to the north, they think they own the place, but we have the power of Xanathar backing us.
Yes,
so we'll take a couple crates of earthworms. We'll take some moldy cabbage. We'll take a couple of dead horses. My buddy here, he loves sturges. So if you can get some dead, if you can go ahead and get some dead sturges, that would be great too. That would literally be awesome.
Okay, well, Xanathar doesn't really allow sturges, but
What?
I'll put it on the list. I'll put it on the list, but you're going to owe me a favor.
What kind of favor for the sturges? Sturges are very abundant.
Yeah, that's right, but Xanathar hates sturges, and he doesn't want them in these or not prepared for food. You understand?
Xanathar hates sturges?
Maybe I said too much, but what I'll do is I'll write it down as rotten melons. All right, but you and we know that it'll be sturgeon.
Oh, so you're going to use the cover of the melons from Bugbear Monthly to get the sturge meat in here, then? Oh, you're a genius, boy. That's why you humans and half-elves are at the top of the food chain.
I like to make bugbears happy,
Speaking of bugbears, one of them pulls an issue of Bugbear Monthly out of his basically there's he's got a nature's pocket where he just kind of pulls out the issue of Bugbear Monthly 46, and he says, "Yeah, I definitely need to get signed up for this because I need the double centerfold, another bonus edition. This has Miss Mooka Boobladop. Oh, And when it should be Boobladop, not Boopladop. Oh my goodness, as you can see there she is on the cover, and wow, bonus halfling kebab recipe too.
Oh my god.
God.
Really was hoping for more bugbear nipple.
Oh, you can kind of see it there as he's pointing. You can kind of see it. It's kind of poking through. That's so stupid.
Still leaves me looking to the imagination, I guess.
I love you, Miss Mooka Boobladop. Not Boobladop, but and yeah. So all right. I'm sorry. My head was clouded by Bugbear Monthly for a second. What do you want as part of your deal?
I'm not sure yet. I'm pretty much living the life, and I don't need for much.
Well, then you don't need anything, and we'll just call it even. How about that?
Okay. Well, no. You. I'm going to get you the Sturgis. You owe me a favor later,
A
right?
whole case of them, nice and stinky and moldy. Yeah. As long as it's not too big of a favor, and as long as it's not going to get me killed from Xanathar, I think it could be possible. We could probably work out a deal later.
Okay. All right. Well then, it's been a little while since I've been in this part of the dungeon for Xanathar. Could you point me in the direction where he is hanging out at this point? Because I do need to get this list to him and let him approve it.
Xanathar just kind of wanders around all over the place, so he's always checking on his grunts.
Okay. Well, have you seen him lately?
I've not seen Xanathar in probably a couple of days. And, as you guys are kind of talking, the rest of you guys can kind of peer around the rest of the place too. As you're taking orders, etc., stuff like that. There's a bunch more goblins in the feasting hall as well. You're like, wow, that's actually quite a few goblins. A bunch of them.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot of goblins.
Yeah. Zero would have loved to seen that, because he would have just thrown a damn fireball in there and just called it a day. Yeah. So yeah, there's another corridor to the east. There's this door here that's on the eastern wall also. But the bugbear, he just says that Xanathar just kind of floats around and just comes and goes.
All right. Well, I've kind of lost my way. Every time I come down here, I tell myself I'm going to make a map, but I don't. And, well, So could you point me in a direction to go from here? I mean, we came from the Great Pit, the map room.
Oh, he scratches his head. He says, we've still not figured that out yet. But anyway, you can go through this door here, and that's the statue room, and then that takes you to another corridor that leads down to the south. And then you can go north, obviously. To the north is the old forge.
The old what?
The forge, the old forge, where the Ettins are, and then as he says, where the Ettins are, all of the goblins start to giggle. There's an Ettin.
What? I missed that.
There's a female Ettin and a male Ettin that runs the old forge to the north.
Oh, are you guys friends with them or not?
Oh no, they're not very friendly.
Are they friendly to Xanathar?
Well, of course they're friendly to Xanathar. They work for Xanathar. They create all of our great weapons. As he holds up his Morning Star, and it's all lopsided and rusty, and it looks like you would need a tetanus shot just almost looking at it.
Okay, well, I guess
all of our quality weapons that we have.
If we want their order. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I turn back to my group, and in common. Let them know what has transpired and ask them which direction we want to go.
You want to take the Eden's order?
Ettins are rich. Etten has all money up there. They're stingy. They're greedy.
Money, you say?
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should go talk to them first. What do you think, Trinkets?
See if they want to place an order.
Oh, ask the bugbear one more thing.
Yes. Anything.
Has Zethar thought about, since, I mean, I'd ask him myself, but I'm not sure how long it'll be before I find him. Is he thinking of, or do you know of, him expanding the guild or his territories to another level below?
Oh, I don't think Xanathar do that. I think Xanathar just take Bandit to north, and Xanathar control all of this area in Undermountain. Xanathar, very strong boss. Yes.
Tell me about this taking the bandits thing. Is this part of his plans?
That's part of plans for future. Yes, we attack bandits to north through our secret doors that they probably don't know about.
I was just up there. They know about the few.
Oh, well, they know. Be surprised then. But we still have us and lots of goblins. We take them.
What stops Xanathar from taking them by now?
We still gaining reinforcements.
Is there anything that we could probably provide Xanathar?
Well, if you want to give us favor, seeing that you owe us a favor, maybe you go up there and take care of them for us, and then Xanathar probably reward you.
I'm not sure that's exactly how the favor part works, but I will keep that in mind.
Maybe they promote you to Grunt where we are, seeing that you just lowly order taker.
Okay, well, I'll ignore that. We'll move on. And I'll make sure that you get your rotten melons.
Oh, and don't forget our 2 Bugbear monthly subscriptions, too. Double centerfolds.
Oh, okay, I pull out my paper and make a note of that added. I'm not sure, but I hope this is okay with Xanathar.
Oh, I thought you were calling it melons.
No, that was for the Sturges, remember?
Well, just say, yeah, that's right. Why don't you just put 3 cases of melons, 2 Bugbear subscriptions, and 1 case of Sturges? Just call it melons. Okay. Xanathar never know.
I say the Omian Goblin. Okay, remember, the melons is for Sturges and Bugbear Monthly.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and give you some experience for the 2 encounters that you successfully averted. So there you go. Everybody gets 400 apiece. Very nice.
Anytime you guys want to fight, just let me know.
Yeah.
If you get bored of this.
Way more of those than we could have fought, I think.
I think you guys would have been all right. They're only little lowly goblins.
Yeah, probably only 1 hit pointers, right?
There you go. That took those off. They kind of go back to what they're doing. Hey, Eunice Spider, good to see you.
Where to next, guys?
Thanks for the subscription, man. Totally appreciate it. Thanks to the Twitch Prime. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a long time.
Sounds good.
I think it was the code word of riches and rich and money and stuff like that. That maybe that's what got you guys interested. So yeah, there's a as you turn around the corner.
It sounds better than a beholder.
Hey, I agree. So yeah, here you go. Here's the room as you guys take a look at it. All right, and this is exactly what the bugbears and the goblins said. This is the old forge, and you can see that there's 2 Ettins. One female Ettin with 2 heads, one male Ettin with 2 heads. Both male and both female on the same Ettin. And they said that their names were Krung Jung, and that was the female, and the male name was Bok Naken. And as you turn a corner, just a wall of stench hits you. If you thought the bugbear and goblin banquet room stunk, it's even that much worse here in the forge, because they are both swinging mallets, forging weapons, and as you guys kind of turn the corner, they catch the attention of you, and they both turn, and you can see that branded on each of their foreheads is the symbol of Xanathar, and you've already seen that. You know what I mean? The circle with the 10 radiating spokes that are kind of coming out. You've seen those symbols etched into the wall and stuff like that. So there are a couple of Ettins there. You've got their attention. So there you go. That's pretty much where they're at, because the forge is in the center of the room, and they have their hammers. There's in the southern part of this room, there's a couple of trophies, sort of like right here at the edge, and they're 10 foot wide, 20 foot long. They're 2 foot high slabs of stone, and these trophies are just like giant carrion crawlers that are just dead and rotting, and you can see maggots coming out and stuff like that. And then there's also a couple large sacks in the room too. Could be treasure, could be heads, could be anything.
All right, unless someone else wants to do something, I'll continue my my route.
Hey,
Yeah, those guys look
continue your
pretty
ruse,
tough.
But do it up close. So
Oh.
if I have to shoot,
I
guess I
will.
can.
So what I'll do is I'll just continue to walk up to the Ettins.
Sure. Yeah, and the forge is on the north
my
wall.
paper and my pen.
Sure. Yeah, I'm sorry. The forge is on the north wall, and above the forge is like a blackened steel, and you can feel the heat that's emanating out of this forge. And above the forge, there is a huge couple of thick chains that are holding this stone hammer. Is thousands of pounds. It just looks heavy as hell. And this hammer is 10 feet long and 8 feet wide. And there's some dwarvish runes carved into like the head of the hammer. So they're in dwarvish. So yeah, there's different runes on the side of the hammer that you can see, and then like I said, you catch the attention of the Ettins, and they stop banging on the giant anvils, and they say, "Hey, what you doing here? Who you be?" And then they basically draw the weapons like they look like they're going to attack you.
Okay. Well, as I walk up to them, I have my paper and pen in hand.
Your clipboard?
Yes, my clipboard is right. So,
Yeah, they're raising their hammers up, and there's a female and a male. So
easy there, big fellas. I got to get this order for Xanathar.
Oh, give me a what? Give me a deception check as the Ettins are saying, "Hey, what type of order are you talking about? And what about Xanathar?"
I'm looking around while they're saying that with a thing in my hand, and so wow, yeah, Xanathar is right. This is quite the impressive setup you guys have.
Oh, well, as I failed to do a roll, I was such laughing at myself for being such an idiot.
It's okay.
Oh, so Xanathar sent you.
Of course. I'm the provisioner machineer. I take the orders for each of the sex, air, and Xanathar's guild so that we can get food and provisions and whatever
Oh!
supplies.
Very nice. Well, we need more iron ingots. Oh, and thank you. Xanathar gives us nothing but the best, as you can see.
It's quite getting out there.
Most impressive weapons we make. Seeing that you're one of Grunt's too, you order special weapon, we make it for you. Chopper, hammer, whatever you want. The two heads are kind of like looking at each other and kind of slapping each other in the back of the head and say, "No, that's not the way you do it. This is the way you do it." And they're just kind of talking with each other. What you need made? Oh! And then the one female says, "Oh, you mean that you're gonna get our orders?" And then she slaps the male and says, "Listen up, you two dummies! Let the lady talk!" God, this is tearing up my voice tonight. God damn.
Yeah, you're going to be coughing tonight.
I will be.
Hey, I read Dwarvish as well. What do I see on the iron or the?
Let me go ahead and put that into the language filter. I think you will like that.
Oh, okay, I will. I think that should be used more often.
I think it should too. I try to use it as much as I can. This is what it says in Dwarvish, and Raina, you can also understand that as well. So both you and Raina. All right, Barian. So if you want to do that, why don't you give me a stealth check, and you can add +2 to the roll as well in the modifier box. And I'll put that versus the Ettin's passive perception. How about that? Ooh, they got a pretty good passive perception. But
what about our passive
gotta
perception?
Gotta love D&D. Yeah, nobody notices anything. Gotta love D&D 5e. Profession ×2. Oh, that's crazy. So yeah, you get a gander, and let's see. This takes you. I would say 2 rounds of. Yeah. I would say. Let's see. All right. This is what you see. And I'm going to put this as a private tell to you, Barian.
Roger.
All right, so that's what's in the 2 bags as you're rummaging around. Nobody else notices anything. The Ettins do not notice anything. You had such an astounding check there. So, yeah, what is everybody else doing? What about you, Raina? Raina, you've
I'm
been
going to
pretty
go
quiet.
check out this door back here.
Sure. You check the door. You open it up, and there is a long hall. There are statues in this room. You can definitely see 3 statues, and then it looks like down towards the southern part of the corridor, it also branches off to the east and the west. And in these 3 alcoves, there's basically, let's see. In each alcove, there is a beautifully carved granite statue depicting around an 8-foot tall helmed elf warrior, and all of these statues are hefting spears and stuff. And then towards the south, it looks like there's a bunch of rubble, and to the south, it seems like the head of the spear may be some type of metal, because you catch a glint of as the forge and the flames and stuff are kind of shining into the hallway, you can see that the spear tip is not, it doesn't look stone like the other two statues that you are nearby to the, to the top of the room there, well, to the top of the hall.
The temptation of going off.
Split the party.
I love splitting the party. Did I say that? I know you guys saw my meme that I made about splitting the party. All right, so I'll let Raina ponder on what she's going to do. Omi, what about you? What are you doing? You've been quiet too.
Omi's going to come over here, and he's got a couple spoons out, and he's just kind of lightly tapping them, and kind of waving them around hypnotically.
Those two spoons too small. We need big spoon.
You can make big spoons?
We don't. Never thought of making big spoons. Are you the big spoon or the little spoon?
Well, I have my opinion on that matter, but my wife says something else.
You are the little spoon. barium, so you can add that in your modifier box. The Etten, as you're picking up the ingot, you're so lucky. You're so lucky. That +2 saved your ass. So as you grab one of the bars, one of the other bars starts to slide, but you catch it just in time before it starts to make any kind of real noise. So you're able to get one of the ingots that you want. And the Etten does not notice you.
All right, can I tell what it's made out of?
It is. You picked up an iron ingot. Yep. It's about a pound, and it's you kind of glance at it as you pick it up and kind of sleight of hand it into one of your pouches. Yeah, it has the symbol of a stamped hammer on one side, and then on the other side of the ingot, there's an anvil stamped in it. So there's a couple of symbols that are stamped in it, and then you successfully get the iron ingot into one of your pouches, your sleight of hand pouches.
Excellent.
And you were unnoticed, barely. That other ingot almost gave it away for you. Okay, Omi, you're still performing, I take it?
Yeah, I'll keep performing until I see Barian come clear of that area.
Okay. And Vey?
I mentioned that there's one last thing. Zenithar did want me to do an inventory of their excesses that they have here. Any of their extra wealth, he needs to have an inventory of it.
Oh, well, that our wealth. That not Zenithar wealth. That's what Zenithar pay us.
Oh, you keep it right here, then.
Oh, yes, in our 2 bags over there. And he points towards, well, actually, Barian would be about right here. And in the southern portion of this room, there's a couple of large sacks. So yeah, there's a couple of sacks. He says, "Oh, we've got some of our special ingots that we own. We've got we're rich. We've got lots of copper and lots of silver. We are probably the richest Ettins in Undermountain."
What do you do with all those riches?
Oh, once in a while we go topside and go to one of the bars in the dock district.